Welcome to the 7th episode of Oblivion Good Content, this series which I can almost rename to Solving Oblivion Mysteries at this point. Today we're looking at the mystery of the Red Queen and the Black Queen, or mysteries, plural. I'm gonna tell you right away, I don't believe that the Red Queen and the Black Queen were in any way related, and this video will mainly focus on the points that make me think this. When all is said and done, you can still choose what you wish to believe. I will start today's mystery by looking at the Black Queen. What is known about her? Well, basically nothing. Our search starts at a terribly named cave marked on the map as Unmarked Cave. This cave only has one interior zone. Or does it? Inside this first zone, we come across a door that's locked and needs a key to be opened. Of course, this key isn't found in the game or in the files. It doesn't exist. Why is this? Well, probably because this was meant to be opened by a key that you received during a quest. Or possibly, it would have gotten opened by a quest script. Whatever the case, it's not really that important. Once we head through this door, we enter Unmarked Cave Maceway, which is otherwise inaccessible. There isn't really anything remarkable about this second zone. It's the third zone that actually tells us something. This zone is called Unmarked Cave Black Queen's Hall. And there you have it. The only mention of the Black Queen is the cell name. Of course, there's nothing or no one by the name of Black Queen to be found here. And there's only one other point of interest in this entire cell, and that is an empty chest. While it doesn't provide us with any hints in-game, this chest is internally known as Chest MS-25 Dungeon Mythic Enemy Rare 01. This reveals that this chest, and likely this cave as a whole, was to be associated with the removed quest MS-25. Nothing more is known about this quest, as this chest is the only time it's ever mentioned in the entirety of the game's files. Before we move on, I want to show you the description of Unmarked Cave in the official Oblivion game guide. It reads, 3-level mythic enemy and beast lair. Secret doors throughout and cave-in traps on initial and maceway levels. Boss chest on entry level. While this is all correct information that seemingly doesn't take into account that there was a quest here but also doesn't acknowledge the fact that the door to the second level is locked, there was one specific thing that I want to focus on, and that's the use of mythic enemies. After all, the chest also mentioned the mythic enemy. Well, in Oblivion, mythic enemies are considered to be wolves, imps, timberwolves, black bears, will-o-wisps, mountain lions, spriggans, and brown bears. If you don't know why I'm telling you this or you haven't pieced it together yet, let me explain. People have always assumed the Black Queen to be an NPC of some kind. A human, elven, or beast NPC. I assumed the same thing. But now I feel like the Black Queen was meant to be a mythic enemy. Just think of it like this. The last area is named after the Black Queen. And the chest that was likely meant to reward the player also mentions a mythic enemy. I think that the quest MS-25 would have sent the player to Unmarked Cave in order to kill the Black Queen, which was some sort of mythic enemy, and then get the rewards from the chest. Based on the possible enemies, I think that there are 3 possible candidates for a Black Queen. Either she was a wisp, a spriggan, or a black bear. Although, keep in mind, none of this can be confirmed. This status as a mythic enemy is one of 2 points that make me think that the Black Queen and the Red Queen aren't related. But before I can delve deeper, I guess I need to explain who the Red Queen is. Well, we don't know. That's the whole point. They are mentioned just once in a Chedenhall rumor.
Devera Romalin is sure proud of the Newlands Lodge. I think she's especially happy that the Red Queen drinks there.
While this doesn't tell us much, I guess it's safe to assume 2 things. 1. The Red Queen, unlike the Black Queen, was an intelligent NPC, as they were able to visit inns and drink there. And 2. They were apparently popular in town. It is important to note that the Red Queen is only ever mentioned in relation to Chedenhall. If you go back a bit and look at the internal quest name MS-25, we can see that it doesn't fit in with Chedenhall's quests, which are known as MS-10, MS-13 and MS-14 respectively. It does, however, fit in between MS-23 and MS-26, which are started in the Imperial City. In fact, every quest in the MS-20 line is started in the Imperial City. This leads me to believe that someone in the Imperial City would have started the quest to find and kill the Black Queen, and that there were no ties to Chedenhall where the Red Queen would have been located. While I can somewhat safely assume that's how it would have been with the Black Queen, I find it really hard to speculate about the Red Queen. Although I do have a plausible theory. While the Red Queen shares a similar name with the Black Queen, she shares a name with an NPC found in the final game as well, and that would be the Grey Prince. This similar naming scheme leads me to believe that the Red Queen might have been the nickname for the person who was the champion of Chedenhall's arena. I mean, that might explain why Dervera would be so pleased with her drinking in her establishment. The Red Queen would likely be famous in town. And now for the burning question, who would have had this moniker then? Well, there are 2 suspects in my eyes. The first suspect being Naspia Cosma, who I covered in my previous arena video as an individual with a lot of weird ties to the arena for some reason. As a female who's quite combat prepared, she might have been a champion, but I don't really think so. The person I actually suspect of being the Red Queen is someone known as Halgerda. Halgerda, based on the naming convention, would have been a female Nord. Her existence is only known due to the fact that she's mentioned in the Chedenhal NQD script. There are no other remnants of her existence, but we know that she was once important enough to have rumors about her, which didn't make it into the final game. So yeah, my takeaway from this is that the Red Queen was supposed to be the nickname of a very popular female in the town of Chedenhal. This person might have been a local arena champion and Red Queen might have been their nickname. This person may have been the removed NPC Halgerda, but there's nothing actually confirming this. There's only one rumor left over which mentions the Red Queen, as all the other rumors were re-recorded. Meanwhile, the Black Queen was likely not connected at all with the Red Queen. A quest in the Imperial City would have had you travel to Unmarked Cave in order to fight a boss enemy known as the Black Queen. Nothing else is known. And that's about all there is to say about the Black Queen and the Red Queen. What is your takeaway from this whole deal? Would you have liked to encounter them? Let me know in the comments below, as well as any topic suggestions, and I'll see you all in the next episode.